Morning, guys. Don't worry about attendance. I'm going to basically give you guys all 100% on attendance. That doesn't mean if you don't come on Jeopardy days, you're going to get a grade for that. All right. Let's finish up chapter 9 and basically project evaluation. We're going to worry about a few things. One of them is calculating the cash flows for the project. Uh, Things like sensitivity, scenario analysis, and factors to consider, such as forecasting risk, managerial options, and capital rationing. After calculating project criteria. First things first, using the techniques we developed in the first part, things like what are the relevant cash flows, essentially consider all the costs plus opportunity costs, incremental cash flows such as side effects, ignore interest costs, sunk costs, make sure uh, you calculate changes in net working capital, salvage value, and stuff. We're going to have to calculate project cash flows, and for this purpose, we're going to use the concept of cash flow from assets. And that's equal to operating cash flow minus net capital spending minus change in net working capital. So for each period, we're going to calculate these cash flows. Once we have them, all we have to do is use our template we developed in Chapter 8 to calculate the criteria and make decisions. You already know that part. So let's do some examples. Let's see. Or let me find some problems to work on. Let's see. Let's look at some algorithmic end of chapter problems. I mean, some of these are in the videos, but I just want to go in detail. Okay, we have a firm that's considering a 3-year expansion project that requires an initial investment of 2.42 million. It's going to be depreciated straight line to zero over its 3-year tax life. After that, it's going to be worthless, which means there's not going to be any salvage value. It's expected to generate 2.77 million in annual sales, cost of 1.79 million. Tax rate is 24%, and discount rate is 10%. What is the project's MPV? Well, let's think about year zero first. We know that OCF is zero. Net capital spending is, it doesn't talk about anything related to net working capital. So change in net working capital is zero, hence cash flow from assets is negative. All right, years 1 to 3, we have the sales minus cost minus depreciation times 1 minus tax rate plus depreciation. And depreciation is going to be, let's calculate depreciation here. Two, four, three, it's 3 years straight line. Tax rate is 24%, so 0.76. And when we calculate the whole thing, in this problem, there is no salvage value, so we don't have to do anything special on year 3. And similarly, no change into working capital. So for CFFA, years 1 through 3 is 939. It's supposed to be at 200. To calculate the MPV, all I have to do is go to my template. Discount rate is 10. Initial cost is 243. You should always use year zero cash flow as your initial cost or negative of that. 3 years tax life, 939, 200. And just read off the MPV. Okay. If you don't want to use the template, you can use the MPV function, but I suggest that it's better if you use the template. Come on. Negative 94, 349. Now, if this is all we needed to do using the MPV rule, we're going to reject the project and go on with our life. The issue is